Okay, so I wanted to figure out, do you have a preferred casting style? This is our first time working together, so
You said you prefer to do color, right?
yeah. And if you want to do play-by-play of team fights, then
Sounds good to me.
I'm not exactly gonna get mad if you start talking in between fights. So yeah, don't worry,
All
we'll be
right.
good. Okay, well, so if anybody's in the chat, can you guys hear us all right? Everybody's at a good volume and all that stuff.
Sounds good to me at least. So I think we're good here.
Awesome. Okay, well, we can tell them to get started then. Actually, I do need to. Oh, we do have NoS Brigade. We're playing League. Okay, well, let's close that. We lost somebody who just left. Somebody from ExCarbonic left.
All right. Well,
Oh wait,
looks
yeah.
like they're just getting their orders all set, and
Okay, I
they'll
see
be
what's
all
up.
ready to they'll be ready all in a second.
Please forgive my ridiculously squeaky chair. You might hear some squeaks. Are you? Okay, that's you. Up the
Yep.
Skype and your mic a bit. Talk, got her. Okay, let's see. I can just turn up the OBS sound.
I appreciate that. My mic kind of sucks a little bit, so
Yeah,
I'll talk as loud as I can.
it's all good. I turned up the sound for both my mic and for just the overall stream sound.
Perfect.
Okay, well, I guess we can tell them to get started whenever we're ready.
All right. Well, here we are. We got our big matchup of the week. We have ExCarbonic on the left side versus NoS Brigade on the right side here. And thing to point out real fast is that Free 23 is not a name I've seen before. So looks like NoS Brigade is pulling out a sub for this game.
Yeah, it's not a name I'm familiar with either.
Yeah. I'll have to take a look exactly who we're missing here, but
Normally they would have Zanman, I believe,
yeah.
would be their support player, I think, or their jungler. I'm not quite sure. I know that I don't know much about ExCarbonic. I do know a handful of people from NoS Brigade in real life, and I know Dragfort is AD carry, Coconut Aaron probably top lane, Wasted Wizard, I believe
He's
is
a
it.
he's a jungler, I believe.
And then
Yeah.
you're not so good as their mid laner, so I'm guessing Freed 23 will be their support.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Looks like they're all set.
Do you know
And
more about ExCarbonic and where they will be going?
I do. There's a lot of players I've seen from the last split. At least the Thirst will be playing the jungler. Heroxa will be their AD carry. Domination will be the support. Mojo Kills, I'm guessing, might be subbing for the mid lane. He's usually a top laner, but Devilish is their top laner. So
Okay.
I'm guessing they're pulling in Mojo, their sub, who is formerly their team captain. And just getting some finalized checks in here, and then they'll
Yeah.
get this game started.
Looks like they're all ready to go. Just someone has to hit start. Looks like it's
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about Mojo Kills in the mid lane, if that's the case, but I do know in the top lane he favored a lot of picks like Yasuo, or picks that could be played both in mid and top lane.
I saw him. I don't know why. Every time I've seen him play, like for some reason he's always on Nasus, but that's not going to work in the mid lane. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do. I know he's a quality player. He's the only one on I forget names, ExCarbonic that I actually know at all. And every time I've seen him in solo queue a few times and in some minor tournaments, and he's always been a force to be reckoned with. So that'll be fun to watch.
That's for sure. So, I mean, I wonder if he's going to be taking over the shot calling here, or if it's going to stick with the Thirst. But we have some bans coming out. We got Cass and Wukong banned by ExCarbonic, and Leona coming out on the other side.
Now I'm surprised ExCarbonic actually banned Cassin, because something I've been seeing and advice I've been given is not to ban Cassin if you're the first pick, because you force them to not waste, but use an entire ban on Cassidon. So you can kind of free up your bans and make it a little bit more your game in a way. Because somebody has to do it, and if you can get him first pick, there's no reason to eliminate him. But whatever they got to do. These look like some pretty generic solo queue bans. Must not have done too much research on the enemy team, but yeah.
That would be some very safe bans coming out of both sides. There's some target bans here and there, but there's a lot of safety picks here, actually, like Vi on the Thirst. He's very known for playing very well on that one, as well as Lee Sin. Both of those were not banned. Hiroxo, known for being an exceptional Caitlyn player, also not being banned. So it looks like, yeah, as you mentioned, just generic bans, no real target bans.
Let's see. I don't know what. As I said, I don't know Freed, so we'll see what he picks. Thresh is open. That would be a good pick to start off.
Thresh is indeed open. Yeah, I'm not very familiar with his play style. I have not looked this guy up at all, so this will be pretty interesting to see what they pick.
I would hate to see them waste the first pick on something that's just like, well, I mean, Lulu mid or Thresh bottom. I don't. It's there's a lot open to grab. Gragas mid, but
yeah, those are all very strong options. But looks like they're going for something a little unorthodox here with Cannon and Italy. You know, two picks I wouldn't exactly consider very high priority or very contested.
No, that is a little weird. Needley is a very strong pick, and it's probably not their worst choice. Kennen, they probably could have grabbed something a little stronger though.
Yeah, I mean, kind of leaves them open for possibly getting counter picked later, or maybe this is part of their strategy. Maybe they're gonna pull something new on us, but
Well, the weakness that I see when they pick Needly and Kennen right off the bat, right into a Vi, is that Carbonic is setting themselves up very well for a hard engaged comp, which is the exact opposite of that pretty much counters a poke comp, which is being set up on the side of NoS Brigade. So yeah, they can seem to be continuing with their no fooling around comp, trying to get all up in the face of NoS Brigade.
Yeah, and here's some more strong picks coming out. We've got Thresh and Riven coming up for ExCarbonic. And yeah, these are very strong picks, I think. Very, very big right now, at least in the current meta. Riven not so much anymore, but Thresh and Vi, that's for sure. Caitlyn being hovered over for NoS Brigade, and that might be a good takeaway from Hiroxo, as I mentioned before. He's very known for playing a lot of Caitlyn, so...
Yeah, I know that Dragforce is a huge Caitlyn player. He plays her all the time. I haven't played with him in a while, but I know that last I did, he just couldn't stop playing Caitlyn. So I know he's pretty proficient on her. So it's probably a good grab. Another long-range champion to work with Needly and Kennen.
Yeah, they look like they're going for something very, very safe and something to stick back in the lines with, as shown again by the Soraka pick.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting team comp they have here. It's very ability powered heavy, and I worry about showing that a double AP comp so early, because if you can take that to late game and everyone on the other opposite team just builds a Banshee Veil, it's very easily countered.
Mm-hmm. Coconut Aaron's gonna have to pick something tanky, and last I checked, he doesn't really play a lot of tanky things. There's a lot of Riven and Yasuo and some hard AD carry tops, but we'll see. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve that I don't know about.
He might be playing the Nidalee top for the Kennen.
Oh yeah, you're right. What am I saying?
Possibly
we're looking for a jungler then. Jeez.
I'm thinking about maybe he might be looking for a Lee Sin. I mean, I know he plays a lot of that, but they definitely do need something quite beefy for this one.
I would assume something with a circle. Yeah, there we go. There's something to work with Kennen and a little AoE from Kate.
Yeah, it's very interesting comp they have here. I'm kind of interested to see how it turns out, but it's just, you have the two very hard engaged with Kennen and Amumu. They're very, AoE, just get in there. And you have two pokers with the Caitlyn and the Nidalee. So I wonder if their plan is just to whittle them down and engage immediately. But on the other hand, we have ExCarbonic, and they just have a very generic, all in your face team comp. So I don't know how this poke is really gonna work out for them.
Yeah, it's gonna really depend. They're gonna have to position really smart. They're gonna have to rely on that Needly landing those spears, otherwise they're just gonna get dominated, because the all-in comp kind of counters them, to be honest here.
Yeah. I really do like this ExCarbonic comp, because you have the Sivir using On the Hunt, and that just automatically sets the pace for Vi to run in with Assault and Battery, Shyvana can follow immediately with that Dragon's Descent, and then that just opens up the floor for Riven to just come up, clean up everybody.
Yeah. We have a 3-minute delay. I forgot about that. But
very interesting, actually. If you're looking at least the Soraka on the other side, it's got the Ghost Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Opting not for an actual offensive or defensive summoner spell, just for a utility spell. It's kind of interesting. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't think Soraka's a very strong pick right now. I think she, especially against such a tanky lockup support meta such as Thresh and Leona and Blitzcrank that you see a lot. But I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Caitlyn and Soraka just play completely passively for the start of the game, and then Caitlyn comes out with a Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, and a Shiv or Phantom Dance or whatever suits his playstyle, and just is 3-shotting everybody. So that's probably what they're going for. It doesn't look like a really aggressive bottom lane.
Yeah, I can kind of see the theory behind this team that they have here, though. Because theoretically, if Soraka gets a few Star Calls off, that's a lot of shredded magic resist. And with that, you can just easily open up the floor for a Mumu to just bandage toss in, land all of his AP spells, and then just have Kennen run in immediately and just hit everybody with that slicing maelstrom. In theory, that's, incredibly smart because reduce magic damage, or magic resist, and then everyone else just comes in to shred them. But I don't know how well this is going to work in actual practice.
Yeah, it's a lot of magic damage, but I guess time will tell. If it's really snowballing, I mean, if Caitlyn or Nidalee or Kennen get ahead in the lane, it's going to be very good for NoS Brigade. And if they can group up early and really take advantage of the AoE damage that they're going to have, then they can probably snowball in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of peel. They have good stuns from Kennen that can come out a lot. A Mumu, which is like some of the best peel. Some silence and such. Their carries are pretty mobile too. So even with the heavy dive comp coming from ExCarbonic, if Vi ults Nidalee or Vi ults Caitlyn, they can move back a little bit and maybe draw her out somewhere that she doesn't really want to be.
Yeah, and looking at the runes and masteries for both Page, they're both very committed to this full ability powered damage comp they have here. With Nidalee's coming out starting the game just from runes alone, 25 ability power.
Mm-hmm.
Kassadin Soraka starting off with another 15 ability power. They're very, very committed to having a lot of damage up front.
Yeah, I see a lot of supports building more ability power these days because it just makes them more useful because they actually scale with it finally. And I haven't seen a lot of Soraka recently, so her ability power scaling could be a lot stronger than I'm giving it credit for.
Yeah, having a Soraka in your lane really puts a lot on the AD carry because they're just there for sustain. They're not there for really poking them down and stunning him up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, which is why I'm wondering with Soraka, like Flash Ghost, that's not that useful. Besides throwing a heal, maybe a silence, then you're just throwing bananas at him, and those things aren't dealing a lot of damage.
That's very true. Although she does have that 8.1 armor penetration, so those bananas might be hitting a little longer.
Yeah, I haven't taken a look at the runes, but that's pretty nice.
Yeah, coming out on both Nidalee and Soraka, having some armor penetration there. It's probably coming from the hybrid runes they have.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Let's see.
We're getting into the game here.
Looks like ExCarbonic is already winning the skin war. It gives them a slight advantage in the first couple minutes of the game.
That's very true. I have to say, I'm a fan of that French maid Nidalee.
Oh, yeah?
It's a fan favorite, and that's how it came to come, It's really cool. I think that's really cool that Riot does that.
They have a couple of community idea skins.
Yeah, Void Fizz is actually going to be a thing pretty soon.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that'll be fun. And more Battlecast coming out with Vel'Koz. Okay, well, I'm going to keep the camera undirected for now. Probably free roam it here in a minute when things actually start happening. But we're just everyone's grabbing a yellow trinket. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard start here. Just gonna rearrange the champions on the bar down here.
Yeah, that's a good call. Let's see what we got. Cannon.
Alright, yeah, it looks like some pretty standard starts coming out of everybody. Doran's on everybody, and Machetes on the junglers.
Just I'm struggling to rearrange these. So we got Kennen. Wait, yeah, because I wasn't really paying attention. We got Riven mid, it looks like. Okay, that makes more sense.
Nidalee actually pulling out the Spell Team's edge, so I'm wondering if the Nidalee support in Soraka mid lane.
Oh my. Nidalee supports Soraka mid lane. Okay.
It makes a lot more sense, actually.
That's, that's not going to be so good against Riven, I don't think.
Soraka, you're in danger here.
Oh, we got Soraka.
Oh! Backing off.
Oh my, let's get this camera on manual so that we can actually see what's going on here.
He's really playing with disaster here. He's testing it. I wonder if they can see her.
Jeez, I don't think they can. Neither of them have any idea that right around the corner is a free kill or a free death. Everyone else on. Oh, there we go.
Spotted.
Lands the hook, and yep, there's first blood.
First blood's gonna go over to ExCarbonic.
There we go. Okay, well, who got it? We got Vi. Which the first blood in the first few minutes isn't worth that much money. Vi can't go back and buy anything. There's no point. So that's not really that useful until she goes back. So for the first few minutes, it's really whatever. And I mean, the assists are only worth like 30 to 50. A health potion, it's pretty negligible.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, I mean, you got to think, getting that first blood, while it may actually not be that big of a deal this early in the game, it does play into like kind of the psychology of the game. Because,
it does set the mood.
Yeah, at that very moment, you kind of just get in that mentality like, oh, we lost first blood, we're behind now, and that kind of makes them play a little less aggressive than they should because they're nervous.
This camera, I'm not so used to spectator mode. Let's make sure we got this on the right people. Okay, we got
that's the bot lane. He's gonna go in on this. He's gonna take a lot of damage, and she's gonna have to back off and blow that health potion immediately.
That's the weakness in Nidalee support, is that there's not really, besides just throwing out a spear, there's not really much coming out of her. It's kind of like Soraka minus the mana that she can give her ally.
Yeah, she's laying down some traps right now, but until she maybe gets some spears out, I don't think she can do that much.
Got a little bit of action in the mid lane.
She gets hooked. She's gonna go down by Sivir. Excellent play by Domination.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm still working on getting the. I'm gonna leave it on directed camera just so I don't miss the action. I was kind of just derping around the mid lane. Okay, well we got second blood coming out. Let's leave it on directed. It looks like it's doing a better job than I can manually. Looks like Soraka is actually saving off some of the aggression from Riven pretty effectively. The silence will throw a wrench into her combo, make it a little more difficult for her to go too hard.
Alright, and just like that, you got a very, very scary Sivir right now, and I'm not sure if NoS Brigade really wants to deal with this right now. They're just sitting back at their tower, and Amumu is not exactly too powerful at the very start of the game.
No, Amumu. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he's taking like a lot of damage from this these camps already. So I mean, they can push very freely without having to worry about it.
Yeah, Amumu did get a slight buff in the last patch when it came to the jungle items. They made it so that they don't take a hit when you do AoE damage. You still get the full regen and stuff. Oh, Soraka takes down Riven in the mid lane, surprising me there.
Here comes Vido trying to get some revenge, but he dodges that quite nicely. Here comes the Amumu, hits the advantage toss. Vi is in danger here. She has to pull the flash.
That's a bummer. It's not that she could not see that coming. I mean, just Amumu out of the bush. There's no way. So yeah, stuff like that happens. Riven. That's the thing about Riven. Once she gets 6, I'm assuming we're gonna see a little bit more success with them in the mid lane from her. Although Soraka can bait pretty hard with her double heal around that time. So
it's actually a very smart pick, I think, picking Soraka versus the Riven. Because if you really think about it, the reason why Garen is such a big counter to Riven is that silence is essentially a stun for her. And having that really long extended silence and just that constant sustain really puts Riven in the backseat.
Oof, going on Kennen.
They both have flash. Ignite's going to go on to Kennen.
Looks like Kennen's down. Oh, so where is Kokono Aaron right now? He's playing support in Needle, so the roles are different than I thought they would be.
Yeah, it's a really interesting place to put him. So yeah, once again, all lanes are just pushing really hard for ExCarbonic. They're off to a very good start, already off to a 1K gold lead, so.
Let's see. Amumu, probably, he's going B, he's probably going to grab himself a Spirit Stone, and I don't know, how much gold does he have? Let's see. Probably, yeah, Spirit Stone, some boots is what I'm guessing. And Amumu's he scales so well into late game that, I mean, while he should try his best to be as useful as he can, ganking lanes, he can kind of wait it out. He's not like a Lee Sin who has to worry constantly about falling off as the game goes. He's just going to get stronger. Even if those first few ganks don't really pan out.
Yeah.
And we got Vi.
Here comes Vi.
Ooh.
That's a blow of the flash immediately, but excellent dark passing from Thresh. He actually hits the hook on Middley. He's gonna go in on this. Middley's getting really low. Ignite goes down. She heals and flashes, but Heroic managed to get last auto attack and get that kill.
I thought when I saw Thresh that he wouldn't be able to flay and they might not get that kill, but it looks like it worked out for them. That first, I'm surprised that Coconut Aaron stayed so close up after they saw Vi came in, even for the first unsuccessful gank. That was a little, that was kind of a bad choice by him, but.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Domination right now. He's really making some plays on support, and he's showing that meaning the support carry, and making the big plays needed.
Yeah, you're seeing the big difference in the bot lane right now that just Thresh outclasses champions like Needly in support. There's really nothing Needly can do for even herself, until level 6 when she gets a little bit more mobility, but even then, she's not going to be of much help to Caitlyn.
Yeah, and on top of that, she opted to go for the Stealthy's Edge Frost thing now, but it's not really a support item that is bought too often, because it's not nearly as useful as getting a Talisman of Ascension or, getting that Relic Shield.
Yeah, the Talisman is super useful. I think they did buff the, I think it's the Ice Queen's Torment. Oh, we got some...
Riven's going hard in the mid lane. She activates the ultimate. Soraka's going to try and bait this out. She gets ignited. Here comes Coconut Aaron. Nearly. Soraka flashes.
Damn.
And that is like another kill.
Needly making the plays. What I was saying is I think the Frost Queen's Blade or Edge or whatever it is, the final upgrade of the Spell Thief is got buffed in the recent patch, and it gives a lot more gold than it used to. I believe you can get 3 stacks, and each auto attacker every time you damage an enemy champion gives you 10 gold, which is a fair amount. I've seen people get 1,500 gold by the end of a game before, which is no laughing matter when it comes to a support wall rate.
We got some dancing down here near the dragon area. Both teams are probably going to back off of this. But, yeah, it's surprising as much as we were bashing it. Looks like most of the plays coming out right now for NoS Brigade is coming out on the Soraka mid. Really proving us wrong here.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Soraka's another champion that does scale very well into late game. And if she gets a lot of AP, she can really bait out those fights, turn the tide of a team fight just with an ultimate. Let's see.
Here comes Riven, though, not having any of it, and just gets silenced, and just the entire combo is just dead after that.
Yeah, if she can't do that third Q plus a stun, there's just no CC coming out, no real ability to keep someone in place and force them to take your damage. So Soraka may have been a better pick than I thought it was.
Yeah, it looks like they were really looking at the Mojo skills playing some sort of AD caster like he normally does in the top lane, and they just got a very planned counter for it.
I think they spotted Vi coming up to the top, not going to get anything on Kennen this time. Thresh going really aggressive.
Wow, these Italy speeders are starting to hurt a lot. Italy with that 48 AP, really just bringing down that Sivir. Spell Shield can only shield so much.
They keep taking these like it's their job, though. They need to pay a little more attention to those spears if they want to have continued success.
Italy. Fox is going to come out. Thresh managed to get the kill on Italy and takes the hit. Top lane, Kennen is fighting 2v1 Siobhan and Vi. Vi is going to dive onto this tower. She's going to ignite on Siobhan is actually going to pick it up, and Vi is going to barely get out of there.
Ooh, and Caitlyn gets the Q.
chaos going all over the map. But things to note, yeah, Thresh once again making plays in the bot lane. You know, nearly just loving those hooks right now. That 2-1 gank, excellent damage juggling by the top lane and jungler, and then Mojo just getting caught out by that Caitlyn.
Yeah, let's see. Oh wow, top lane going down. That's gonna put the gold lead up to about 2K for ExCarbonic. That gold's pretty much coming from those kills.
Another hook
and
landing onto Caitlyn. You have to blow the flash and the barrier. Ignite is not going to be enough as the wish. I forget the name of that.
Yeah, it's wish. Soraka's wish. Yeah. As I was saying, the looks like the gold difference is coming from the turrets and the kills. This farm is pretty much dead even, no more than 8 separating any given lane. And is NoS Brigade going to be doing Dragon? It looks like they're going to give it a try. Vi probably won't be in range to contest it. But
Spear hitting Thresh, zoning him out away from there. Here comes Riven. You're going to try and take a 3v1 here. Sivers comes from the back line. Vi's going to start doing the Dragon. They're going to pick up a kill onto Caitlyn, and a move quick to follow. Another hook lands onto Nidalee. She's just dead.
Damn, they didn't even need Vi to engage that. She could just stand off on the side and do Dragon.
There's a triple kill for Riven. Soraka having to blow that ghost just to get out of there, and that is a disaster for NoS Brigade. Oh, oof. Here comes the assault and battery into Soraka. He's going to try and heal that up, but there's just way too many people there.
What was she? What was she doing? She was just walking out there. She saw the Vi and Riven. That was not a good idea. Oh well.
Getting a little too confident with that Soraka power. But yeah, that's a disaster. That is 4 kills for ExCarbonic, and that is a Dragon. That is just a huge spike. They are now up about 4 or 5k gold now.
Yeah, it's 4.5. It was 2k just a couple of minutes ago. So I think, as I was saying,
Riven's staying a little too long as the move is here. He gets the curse of the sad mummy. He's gonna his tantrum. Slicing Maelstrom is gonna be enough. Not able to grab that lantern to get that shutdown gold.
Almost got out of there. I think, what I was saying, the I think ExCarbonic just had stronger picks. They may, laning phase may have been I mean, laning phase wasn't even okay for, I'm sorry, NoS Brigade. They just, they were struggling down bottom, and then I think the, superior picks from ExCarbonic is just going to show more and more as the teams group up more and more.
Yeah, and you know, I'm actually really surprised, because they seem to be very equal on skill level here, but I just think they just get a little outclassed by their champion picks here. Yeah,
I've had my fair share of games where it was over a champion select. I mean, they've got some really choice picks over on ExCarbonic's side. They got Thresh and Vi and Shyvana, while NoS Brigade really just the only one that I really see that's too contested these days is like a Mumu, maybe Caitlyn.
Yeah, and another thing to note here is that, you know, not only just champion picks, I think their items are being very different. You know, we got Vi and Shyvana building tanky items, that Spectre Cowl, that Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Meanwhile, Mumu actually opting for the Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. He wants that damage. Here comes Riven from the bot lane. Spirit's gonna hit, but she's gonna blow a flash and the ultimate. Wish is not enough to save her. Mojo Kills is gonna get a kill on Caitlyn.
I think the items coming out from Vi and Shyvana are just an example of how they want to be the front line, and they notice that, oh, our Sivir's super ahead. Let's let her do the damage, and then Riven can go.
Flash might be a little caught out here. He's gonna blow the flash and dodge advantage toss, but Mumi's around the back. I'm not sure if he's gonna go in or not. Sivir can take a huge and Star Call's not gonna be enough as she got the barrier. Riven's going hard onto this Soraka. Vi's here to back her up. She's gonna go down. Mumi's now 1v3. He's not gonna go in. Assault and battery onto Nidalee. That is another huge fight for ExCarbonic.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like NoS Brigade is really playing as a team. They were just tunnel visioning onto the Sivir.
He's gonna go into it. He plays him under tower, but he backs off. Riven managed to block that ace in the hole. They're gonna back off.
Let's see, farm counts are the top lanes kind of, or let's see, man, have I had...
Vi's coming around the back. They're going to go on to Caitlyn, and that is a killing spree for Vi.
That's probably the better thing to have across from Riven. Soraka, Riven. I had Riven and Kennen as a lane matchup. Still throwing me off from champion select. Oh, and Thresh gets sniped out.
Gives me something to steam at.
This gold lead just keeps creeping towards the side of ExCarbonic. It's now 6.5.
Oh, Nidalee managed to block the Vault Breaker. Nidalee has to, or Vi has to flash over. She's gonna dodge Vance Toss. But the spear is sniping out once again, getting a shutdown. Although I don't know if Nidalee's the one who went getting all these kills.
That's the thing, as I was saying about support scaling with AP, is that while Nidalee's not really a support, she is an AP carry. So maybe not the worst thing, as long as a Mumu is reasonably tanky. If NoS Brigade can really put down that poke that they need to before engaging a team fight, a Mumu can jump in there, snare 3 people, Caitlyn can go to town. So maybe it's not a bad idea to get some of these on Nidalee.
Yeah, he's really making the plays right now. He's doing the best he can. And I'm really wondering if the rest of the team is going to be able to catch up to this. They're behind in objectives, they're behind in dragons and kills. This is going to be, this is pretty big.
Yeah, this is
what
going
do they need to do to come back?
It's going to be quite the uphill battle for NoS Brigade. The scary thing for them is that this game doesn't look any nicer as it goes on. Shyvana's going to get way stronger, so is Vi, Sivir.
Advantage toss, because the rest of the team's going to come around the back. Chris the Sad Moment's going to hit. That's a shutdown on the Riven.
That's exactly what...
Thresh does land the hook on it. Soraka is just way too much to sustain. Ken is going to flash under tower and try and get some damage in. Izonia is away from the Vault Breaker. They're going to go for re-engage here. Soraka is just sustaining so much. Here comes Dragon, that takes him down. Slay hits Amumu, and he's going to get grabbed again. He's going to go down from the Shyvana. Soraka doing her best in life. He flashes over the wall. Shyvana's going to follow. Ace in the hole, gets blocked by Vi. Spear's not going to connect. Shyvana might be looking for more. Here comes Vi, it's all the battery, finally coming out. Soraka's got flashing hooks. He's still alive. And he's finally going to go down. Caitlyn is not going to be enough to mop this up. That was chaos.
Yeah, that's what NoS needed to do there, which, I mean, they got a few kills out of it, but what NoS needs to do there is they need to get their original catch, get that gold from it, and get out of there, because as you see, the continued engage did not go in their favor. They're not, ExCarbonic just has a way stronger engagement. Shyvana comes in, flies onto Kennen, Kennen's dead, and then it's just, that's the story. NoS just gets, well, while they put up a good fight, kind of got mopped up from there, and they lost 4-2, I think. And that's just the way the fights are going to continue to go. So they have to make that catch like they did on Riven, and get the small amount of gold back from that as time goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shyvana's only getting bigger, and, you know, that Soraka's sustaining fights incredibly well. But they're just don't have the power to really take him down. Here comes Vi, hits the Vault Breaker onto Mumu. He's going to go down. The blue buff is not there. He's going to get taken down by Mojo kills.
I mean, if you...
going to lead to another free dragon.
Yeah, I don't really honestly see many outs for NoS Brigade here. I think they're...
Vi's going in on this Nidalee. She hits the Assault and Battery.
Oh.
The Vault Breaker does connect, and she's going to get killed on Nidalee.
She got the shutdown on Nidalee. I think I saw 467 gold. And, yeah, there's no objectives on ExCarbonic's side down for NoS. They haven't taken any turrets, and I struggle to think that they're going to be able to take any. There's just so much pressure everywhere on the map from ExCarbonic. They're just keeping things on lock.
Yeah, and now ExCarbonic just taking their jungler as their own and just camping things out. They're looking to push down this mid tower. Thresh gonna flash over the wall and trying to block. They're going really deep for this one engage. Chris's attack mode is gonna hit. Thresh manages to hook onto Kennen, but he's Zonia's and he's still gonna live for that. Mojo comes around, he's still on the Kennen. Blue is really low, he's just not tanky enough. That is a double kill for Riven. Soraka's trying her best to keep everyone alive, but she can't fight those enemies by herself. That's a triple kill for Riven.
Ooh, Nidalee gets it.
Gets that snipe again. Caitlyn shooting the wrong way. Nidalee's just gonna try and kite him out and see if she can waste some time here.
Another fight going the way of ExCarbonic.
Yeah, that was a very interesting engage. Lots of flashes over the wall, but it did end up working out in their favor. They're just so far ahead. They got that 10k gold lead.
Yeah, if you've been keeping tabs on the gold lead out there, then you've noticed that it was 2.5k and then 4.5k and then 6.5k. Now it's up to about 10k, which is no Nothing to laugh at. It's apparent in the well, I guess again the farms are pretty consistent, but that 12 kill and well now 3 turret and 2 dragon lead has just put them so far ahead. And Amumu's just not tanky enough to really do his job right now. Caitlyn only has a bloodthirster, so she's not really that scary. The main damage coming out is probably Kennen and that repeated star call from Soraka that's doing a little bit to everybody, and it's just not quite been able to get there. As you saw, Vi got really low in that fight, but they just couldn't quite clean it up. Caitlyn was just being forced out by Shyvana. Even when Shyvana was at like a 3rd health, Caitlyn just couldn't make it through. So let's see, they're contesting dragon or red buff, and I think
You're gonna go hit it. Slicing Milton can come out and 2 people. Vi is pretty low. She's gonna manage to solve battery before she goes down. Kennen is really low. He pops his own here. Mumu's the wish comes out, but Riven is just way too big. She's just going to town on these guys. There's another double kill. That is a kill for Shyvana. That is a 3-1 fight for ExCarbonic.
Yeah,
that's getting mastered now.
That's the problem, as I was saying, the Riven pick, even in the early stages of the game.
On Italy, she's gonna play them both back. Italy's just gonna get melted down, and yeah, that's just the story of the game right here.
Yeah, even in the early stages of the game when Riven was having some trouble, she's just gonna she's gonna go up to the top lane to the bottom lane, get a double kill, a triple kill, and just scale from there. She just, as a champion, outclasses Soraka into the later parts of the game.
Okay, on to Caitlyn again. The play comes out, another kill for Riven. This is just a massacre at this point.
These hooks have been on point all game. I'll have to give him that one. That was pretty nice.
This Thresh is by far the MVP of this game. He's got 24 out of 29 kill contributions so far.
Oh yeah.
That is amazing.
I don't think that ExCarbonic really has to mess with trying to do Baron right now. They don't really need to worry about throwing it with that. They can probably just continue to pressure these inner turrets and keep their lead without dealing with the big throw beast in the pit up there. Wow, Thresh
lands again onto Soraka. He's gonna go in even though he's by himself. I mean, he's just gonna show some bad manners there.
Disrespect. Oh man. So the gold lead's now up to about 12,500, so it's just steadily creeping more and more towards the side of ExCarbonic.
Ooh, unfortunately missing that bush with that pink board. Top lane, Vi is gonna solo this Ken by herself. She is just massive. Even with just that brutalizer, she can take him down. There is nothing that ExCarbonic can really do at this point.
Rather, NoS Brigade. I don't think there's much, not much to be done. They can't. Grouping isn't really a good option because they're obviously losing 5-on-5 team fights, and they're not going to be able to make the picks to get back into this.
Riven is coming in from here. She's going to try a 2v4 here. Bandage Toss is going to miss, and despite his numbers advantage, they're just going to have to back off.
And Vi can just go to town on that top turret. There's just so much pressure elsewhere from the other 4 members of the team on the map that she doesn't really have to worry. Kennen can't 1v1 her, and the whole team's going to have to go up there. And then if ExCarbonic wants to, they could
Riven in the mid lane.
bottom.
She's going to get the stun onto a Mumu. Here comes the Q. Spear hits on. That's going to do a lot of damage. First the sad mummy comes out. He's going to go down. Riven is ignited, but she's got that shield. She's going to be just fine. Soraka's getting focused down by Shyvana, but she's just going to heal. Kennen is in a bad spot right now. He's going to slice a Maelstrom, but he's just going to get flashed away. Sivir might go down here. Zonius comes out, and that's going to be a dead Kennen. Hook does land. There's Vi just for security, but another just clean fight for ExCarbonic.
These, I think it's less ExCarbonic making a real clean fight. I think that just watching NoS Brigade is them making it really messy. It's just they're not together, they're not in sync at all, they're just getting caught and then going in one by one. And it's a shame.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, you know, with these team fight comps, you really need this coordination. And, you know, falling behind early and just having no coordination, you really can't make these combinations work. At the Baron.
Yep, they didn't even have to, it wasn't even a risk, it was just a free 4-man on it. So they're probably going to go back, use, well, let's see how much gold they got if they haven't already spent it all. 2,000, 2,400, 1.5k, 1.2k. Yeah, they've got a bunch to spend. If Shyvana can solve this dragon, she'll probably go B, grab whatever big item she can, and then group with her team again and take some turrets.
Yeah, at this point they just need to group up and finish this game. There's not much they can really do. They could probably just die that tower and be fine. It's gonna take some real big throws for ExCarbonic, or sorry, for NoS Brigade to get back in this game.
Yeah, wow, Shyvana, just taking a look at the score, Shyvana 8-0-11, that is pretty impressive. As well as Riven, coming back from, last I checked she was 4-4, she's now 14-5, that's a nice 14-1.
Over the wall, forcing the Nidalee to flash, and now they're just going to go on a wild Nidalee chase here. In the jungle, not the place you want to chase her, because she's got that speed buff from her passive. Needless, Shyvana's chasing her regardless. Not worried at all.
Yeah, well, it looks like ExCarbonic's going to be putting some pressure on this bottom turret. Should go down in a matter of seconds. NoS Brigade would have to bring everyone over. They can't 2v2 this.
This is the bandage talking force. Spiking NoS, but only going to hit Vi. They're getting nothing on Sip, not even the first sad mummy. Ken has to blow the zone by himself, just from Riven. And here comes the rest of ExCarbonic. They're just going to come in and clean this up. Soraka's going to try and sustain him. She's doing a good job. Sivir actually goes down, but she cannot keep moving alive long enough. Soraka's going to go down. Lantern comes out. Vi is not going to go any deeper than that.
Yeah, well, there's that's just the perfect example of a team fight that there's just nothing NoS Brigade can do at this point, and it's a disheartening position to be in. But you know, we've all been there. Sometimes the game just gets out of hand too fast, and there's not much you can do.
Rex is gonna dive over, and Fox is on the Nidalee. She's gonna go down. Dragon's Descent comes out, doesn't hit anybody, but Caitlyn and Kennen just have to run away. Riven blows the flash. She's gonna go deep for this kill. She's gonna get it. She's gonna hit him with the. She's gonna go down. They're gonna try. Mumu and Kennen are gonna try and clear this. Stun hits them both. She's gonna get out just fine. Vi hitting the Vault Breaker and immediately taking the Lantern. I don't know if they're gonna get this inhibitor. Wow, they're just re-engaging. Mumu's gonna go down. He's not taking it at all.
Ooh,
Riven is somehow still alive.
Jeez, that's a bummer. But looks like they're gonna take this inhibitor, and they're probably gonna rotate mid. The members of NoS Brigade are going to be down for another at least 20 seconds on Mumu and Soraka. They could probably get the mid turret and then eye that mid inhibitor if they're feeling it.
Oh man.
Oof, yeah.
Incredibly strong for. I'm getting my game frozen for some reason.
Strange. Well, they're currently taking the mid inhibitor. We got ExCarbonic taking it, and it doesn't look like they're going up top right now. They might be. Let's see. They might be rotating top. They could have Shyvana tank it pretty easily. She's got about 3,000 life and she's very tanky. But it looks like they're going to go B and use their... Well, some of them have about 3.6k gold on Shyvana. That's pretty terrifying.
I'm going to have to watch the stream for the rest of this because my spectator mode just ended for some reason.
Strange.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you can get up to speed and commentate through that. But... yeah, looks like NoS Brigade's trying to get the little farm out of their jungle and hold on to that last hope that maybe a team fight can go their way. If I was ExCarbonic, I'd be feeling pretty good about this at this point, though.
Yeah, at this point they're just way too fed. Everyone on the team is, and they got that incredible shield game. Riven's using her E, and then Thresh throwing his Dark Passage. Thresh even has an Ohm Wrecker right now. That's how confident they are in this game.
I've not seen that very much. Now, I mean, if you just look at the items, we got Sivir a whole item ahead of Caitlyn. The support's pretty evenly matched on finished items. But okay, we got ExCarbonic diving in on the turret. Oh, Thresh used that Ohm Wrecker. This fight is actually going better in NoS Brigade's way because of that dive. Sivir's getting low. Oop, she gets out with about 200 health. Shyvana blocking that ult for Riven. And Nidalee snipes out Sivir for the kill, but it looks like ExCarbonic was able to turn that one in their favor despite all those tower hits they were taking. And we got so many minions coming in on their base that I think it might just be a Minions game. Nope, there's the surrender at 30 minutes.
wisely choosing to end the game right now. There's just nothing they can do at this point.
Yeah, it's a bummer because watching that Needly, I feel like if the picks had been better, I just think they got outpicked. There was some really good spears coming from Needly, some good stuff coming out of Soraka, and I never saw anything out of Caitlyn that made me shake my head, so I figured she was doing pretty well. So, yeah, I think it was just got outpicked pretty hard.
Yeah, there's definitely some big issues in the picking game. I feel like their comp was nowhere near as strong. If you want to play a really good poke comp or an AoE comp, you gotta survive the landing phase, and that was something they did not do. They definitely lost that landing phase pretty hard, and they were never able to make their actual comp come into true fruition.
What I think they needed to do with that comp, if they wanted to run a poke, is they needed to put Needly mid and have a different support from Soraka that could, like Sona or something, that could disengage or engage and wasn't so, I'm going to say, useless in the bottom lane. Because Soraka doesn't really have much, or Needly support in this game didn't have much utility. Soraka wouldn't have had much utility down there. Probably would have been about the same story against the Thresh. So,
Alright, so we have game 2 made, and
oh, it would. I didn't know. I thought it was just one game series. Well, I need.
Oh no, best of 3.
Let's see. Okay, we got invite from Coconut Air, and then oh, lobby's full. I'll have to wait for somebody to.
You'll have to join manually join it this time.
Yeah.
Look for the first game.
He doesn't have a game. Oh, the thirst. Okay.
Yeah, make sure you have the private games on.
Oh, private games. That would make sense. But I got an invite. There we go. Okay. Nope, it's full. I'll have to prep it. But what's
I have to manually join.
Yeah. Yeah, password on it?
Yeah, it'd be 123.
Let's see. Okay. Let's go on spectate. Let's see. There we go. So I'm gonna take a moment to use the restroom and grab some water.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
Let's talk about the game here. So it's really going to be really big on NoS Brigade to kind of sit down and think about what they need to change for that game, because they came up with something very out there. You know, it's a very interesting comp. You know, a lot of picks that aren't seen too often with the Kennen, Soraka mid, Nidalee support. It's a very interesting strategy they had there, and it didn't quite pay off. So I'm wondering if they're going to stick with the strategy. I wonder if they're, something that they've practiced a lot. But they may need to start going back to these, traditional picks, because, if you're playing against a full frontal engage comp like the current meta is right now, it's very difficult to, pick the former poke comp into it, just because. Vi uses that salt and battery. That's just gonna ruin everything there. So it looks like they're gonna start to fix some ban space here. Getting that fresh ban away. Very smart ban in my opinion. That domination is making a lot of plays on that fresh. Huge kill participation, and very good ban. Very good ban.
Wouldn't surprise me if we saw some bans based on last game coming out for NoS Brigade, and just some more generic bans from ExCarbonic. You see the Wukong, that's probably not a target ban. Yasuo, of course, something you don't want to see ever.
Yeah, and sticking with some of the same bans. Yasuo definitely still targeted towards that Mojo. Make sure he doesn't get that champion he's comfortable on. I wonder if ExCarbonic feels good and is going to stick with the same bans they did last game. There's that Elise ban, yes.
And I'm assuming we'll see Kassadin out of one of these bands. I mean, there's nothing really. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
And then God, could be Gragas, could be Lulu. Lulu mid is like the bane of my existence, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. Or Vi could be banned, unless they want Vi again, which is totally possible.
Yeah, Lulu's really surged in popularity as of late.
Thank you, LCS.
Funny. It's actually really interesting with the whole origins of the Lulu mid. It actually came from the Challenger series a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, from Zamfira.
Did it really?
Gaming, yeah. They played a lot of it, and almost every game.
Heart this pick.
Yeah, made a surge in the Korean scene, and now it's here and everywhere.
Oh boy, Thank you, Koreans.
Yeah.
Making my life terrible.
Thank you, Faker.
Okay, well, Karthus, not something you see a lot these days. We'll see if he locks that in. He could just be thinking about it.
This is interesting, you know. Not normally a champion you want to pick first. They might be sticking with these, you know, very unorthodox strategies they had beforehand. I mean, Karthus has been played a few times in competitive recently, actually, to actually some great extent. In the top lane and in the mid lane. Just that global presence is great. But looks like they're switching to Mumu. Oh, maybe Lee
Sin, the playmaker, booty taker. What? Yeah, he's one of my all-time favorites. I play him way too much in solo queue. He's just like, in my opinion, the best champ ever. So,
great utility champion, great damage. It's also a very smart pick for NoS Brigade, because the Thirst is known for playing that Elise, that Vi, and that Lee Sin. So he might be going something he's not very comfortable with.
Yeah, I don't know what his champion pool looks like, but it sounds like you do. So we'll see what he does. And Renekton, goddamn, I hate that guy. I'm sure a lot of people do. He's just so tanky, so much damage, such a strong character. It's good pick. And Leona, of course, is a very meta support right now, so why not pick her if Thresh isn't open?
Yeah, some very standard picks out here. With that Thresh gone, Leona is you know, has a little more free reign. I wonder if they're gonna try and pick something to counter that, like an Alistar or an Annie, and try and keep her away from them.
Alistar would be really good with Vayne for some really strong peel, and he's a pretty underrated champion right now. I think he's pretty strong.
The only time you want to play Alistar is against Leona, so that will be a very smart time to bring that out. But we'll have to see what Freed is gonna do here. He's still gonna be that top lane.
No, Kennen again.
Kennen, yeah.
I didn't have many problems with his Kennen last game. I feel like he could probably do some work up there and in team fights. So we'll have to see what happens there.
Yeah, and next, looks like they're just gonna go back to that Olaf possibly. No, he's hovering over a bunch of different champions here, showing his vast pool. Devilish hovering over Draven. They got something to prove here, playing none of the same champions we did last game. They're gonna go with it.
Those are such strong picks. I don't want to believe this game is over in Champ Select again, but this is looking like some strong choices on the side of ExCarbonic.
Very strong choices. Very meta. Very just, you know, they're strong for a reason. And you know, if Draven gets that first kill, then he's just gonna snowball.
Man, this guy's messing with me hard. These last like 5 whoa!
Oh, he's going to. This is some retro stuff from him.
Did not expect that. Yeah, there's Alistar. We called it.
Also, shout out to me, the Great Typhoon. Yeah. Yeah, Alistar, very good pick. Against that Leona. She tries going that Zenith Blade, just headbutt that 80 carry, headbutt that Leona out of there, and you know.
Victor, whoa.
Whoa, they're going for some really crazy stuff here.
Oh, we got the blue summoner spells on Lee Sin. Seems like some strong choices. I feel like that'd be good.
You know, Victor, I feel, is actually quite underrated. I think he has actually a lot of damage. Mathematically, his ultimate has the highest damage ultimate in the game. Just if you count the sustain and the additional timing on his Chaos Storm.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And the only problem with Victor I see is that he's not a very mobile champion. Once he's caught, and it's pretty much the end of story. Unless you do, I mean, you can drop your prisoner cage or whatever the stun is, but past that 18-20 second cooldown, you really don't have much else. And especially against Jin Zhao, he's going to be right in your face. He's going to do a lot of damage. A very divey comp, yeah. Because if you drop that cage on Jin Zhao, and he's in it, but he can dash to you, he'll just dash right out of it. It's not a problem. Renekton can run right through it. Leona can just Zenith Blade to you, and she's out of it. So yeah, I think I'm not quite sure about that pick. We'll see how it works. He could be very good at Victor.
Alright, so let's look at some possible lane swaps here, actually. Coco going to the AD carry, and Drax switching to support.
Really? That's interesting. I've always known Drag Force to be very, very into the AD carry role, so it's not what I expected.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen him on a support. So I'm interested to see if this is the thought process in this switch and if it's really going to pay off for them.
Yeah, I know that Drag Force and Coconut Aaron are friends in real life, and they probably have some synergy coming out of that. So that makes sense why they'd be a bot lane together. They're doing a little more of the circle work with Victor's ult and Kennon's ult, and then some AoE knockup from Alistar. But I still think ExCarbonic's comp is just a little bit better. We'll see though. It does come down a lot to how it's played and what strategies are employed.
Yeah. Most champions are playing new characters. Minus Freed playing the Cannon again, but this is a fresh start for both teams. Fresh champions, so I wonder if anything's going to change here.
Yeah, the consistency I'm seeing between the two teams is ExCarbonic really likes to go for that tanky team with Shyvana and Vi and Thresh and now Leona and Renekton and Zen, that they're just so hard to kill, and they still deal a lot of damage, like champions like Renekton and Shyvana and Vi. And there's a really squishy comp coming out of NoS Brigade, which, again, another comp from ExCarbonic that can dive onto them and just kill the carries, and in the case of Victor, it shows a very immobile carry. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out for them.
Yeah, it's really going to depend on how well they're able to lock people down. Because if that gravity field does hit, that's some big stuff there. That's a lot of people who can stun with it. That'll set up Cannon perfectly, and then Vayne can easily just go around the side and just hit people. So,
Rad Hazard, the score is currently 1-0 in favor of ExCarbonic. And if they pick this one up, the series will be over. But maybe we'll go to a 3-game series. Wouldn't that be fun? And after this, I believe do you know what teams we have coming up at 9 o'clock?
Let me take a look at that real fast. We have TCG versus Max Herbalism.
Okay.
Casted by Mauricio and Justin. So those are going to be another big match. Two very big powerhouse teams. I think they're both perfect right now, actually. So they clash of the Titans.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch. But I hope that might get delayed a little bit if this goes to Game 3, because it's currently 8:10, and that is scheduled for 9 o'clock. But we'll see. And it looks like we're getting into the loading screen, and hopefully the game here soon in a couple of seconds. And now that we've thoroughly exhausted our ability to even discuss these picks anymore.
Alright. Well, I do like NoS Brigade's comp a little better this time. It's a little more centered. It's a little more, they can fight with it. They don't have to worry about, being in all random places at random times. So I think they have a better chance at this, but it's really going to depend if they're able to win their lanes, because they've proven they can CS just fine. But they got to make sure they stay away from that jungle pressure from the Thirst. They survive and are able to pick up some kills. And if they can do that, I think they can actually win this game.
Yeah, they've got a lot of peel. It's kind of like as CLG does the Protect the Double Lift comp. We got Vayne, who is very strong late game and even mid game, and they have every other champion on the team has some peel for her, so that might be what they're kind of focusing on, and we'll see how that plays out. If they can avoid getting super far behind, as you said, then they can probably pull this one out.
Yeah, he's even got the double lift skin on, In Vayne we trust this game, so if Vayne is superior in that late game, so it'll be very interesting to see if he's able to get there and capitalize on that. Let's fix in the right area.
Okay, well, we have Ancient Coin. Well, let's see. Let's get these lanes all matched up correctly. And
alright,
okay.
So some pretty standard starts again coming out. Victor hasn't quite fought yet. Might be a little AFK. But yeah, so far it's still just Dorans and Machetes, and Ancient Coin coming out for for Alistar. Really liking those gold income items.
Actually, it looks like Leona getting that door and shield leads me to believe that Domination is going to be going with the style we saw last game of a lot of aggression. It was very aggressive on that Thresh.
Alistar's in a scary place right now. I don't know if he got spotted there, but looks like he spots them.
Nope, he made the spot. It looks like this game there will be no first blood before 2 minutes. Maybe we'll see though.
Right place in the right time.
But yeah, it looks like Domination really wants to be aggressive with that door and shield, getting as tanky as possible and getting as many swings in on the whoever she lands on with that Zenith Blade as possible, just like last game.
Yeah, you know, door and shield is still a very, very good starting item even with those nerfs. I mean, especially if you want to, you know, be aggressive and take a lot of damage. You know, you definitely want that reduction of damage and that health regen. So it's you know, it's interesting that Alistar's going to gold income item, which means he's pretty confident that he's able to disengage these fights and, you know, not worried about taking too much damage.
Yeah, that's making me feel like that's a complete opposite play style from NoS Brigade's bottom lane. Alistar, it looks like he wants to be more passive and let Vayne just do that whole farming thing and get to 3-4 items and become that late game monster that we see coming out of Vayne.
Alright, so both junglers often start a blue buff. First getting a little more help than Wasted Wizard is, as he's brought into half health already.
I'm assuming we're going to see Wasted Wizard start heading bottom, get his red, and then probably an early gank bottom. If he had really wanted to invade that Xin over at his red, he probably would start his own red, because why not get that huge early game advantage? But
yeah, a little risky. Both Xin and Lee are very excellent duelists at early level, so
yeah,
be a pretty cool fight to see.
Oof.
Alistar just headbutting Leona back, showing him who's boss. Taking that early dominance of the lane. Leona's gonna go in. She hits that level 2. Gets a stun on the thing. They're taking a lot of damage from those axes.
Draven's
another one.
Draven is super strong against Vayne early because of the. I mean, he gets a lot of AD from those spinning axes.
Yeah. Very smart choice by Leona. She's gonna dive in the tower. Barrier comes out. Leona's gonna take some hits. She has to flash out. Overall, flash for a flash.
That was a really good play by Alistar, though. If he had headbutt Leona, Draven would have still gone to town on Vayne and probably picked up the kill, but he decided to headbutt Draven.
He's going to see if he can make a play down here. Leona's going to Zenith play down. He's going to take a lot of damage. Alistar hits the EQ combo. Draven has to blow the flash. Oh! Flash misses. He's going to go down now. First blood over to Vayne. That is exactly who they wanted on. Excellent play by Lucian. Very unfortunate flash by Heroxa.
If I had a nickel for every time I saw somebody misflash that wall, I've done it a fair amount myself.
Oh,
ooh.
In the mid lane, Thirst is going hard on this Victor. He flashes the wall, but Xin flashes right back over to him.
Ooh.
That is a kill from Mojo. 1-1.
And because of the first blood, it's a little bit more gold on the side of NoS Brigade, but not enough to really matter at this point.
Yeah, so I was really thinking Vayne was going to get really far down. Actually, she's going to get stopped from her recall by Leona. And she's getting ignited.
She's going down. Oh my.
Once again, just showing he's a man and making plays.
Yep, that's a bummer. Is Victor going to help Lee Sin up? Doesn't look like it.
No, not. He burns the flash too. That's a wasted flash for Wasted Wizard. That is very unfortunate. First, once again, just showing that jungle presence.
Unfortunately, there probably wasn't much Victor could do. I'm assuming he doesn't have his stun yet. Yeah, he does. He may have just gotten it, but because it's not something I feel like you get at level 2. So I'm assuming he just got it. So he may not have had it to help there. But that's a bummer for Lee Sin. The champ you do not want to get very behind on.
Yeah, losing those double buffs and giving Xin Zhao another kill, so not a good start for him. Draven's gonna get engaged on down here. Alistar not engaging with that headbutton pulverize. Leona misses the Zenith Blade. Alistar is gonna hit the pulverize on the Leona. She can get stunned, so he's unable to use the headbutt. And this is gonna be some good trades for ExCarbonic. Leona still wants it.
Yeah, not somebody you want to be punching, Alistar.
Again, Alistar might go down here. He has to blow the flash. There's the condemn. I was wondering when there's going to come from. Here comes the pulverize. just out of range of the tower. Vayne is gonna barely survive that last axe. Thank God they got rid of that lead. He'd be dead.
Yeah. Oh, gravity field might save Victor. Yep.
Managed to live.
Ooh.
Oh, excellent ward jump by him. That was beautifully played.
Poor timing when it came to... Oh, man.
That was an excellent jungle sense, knowing exactly who's going to do that, and just dropping that ward over immediately and jumping. That was impressive play by the third.
That was a shame. There's nothing good. That was like... It was smart to ward that, because he was like, okay, is Xin going to leave? But unfortunately, Xin had the same idea. And it's neatly not a champ you want to 1v1 at level 6, especially if you're level 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, NoS Brigade's fallen behind pretty early right now.
Yeah,
it's too late for them to come back from this, but they don't want to be here again.
Yeah, Vayne started with that first blood and has fallen substantially behind in CS. The other lanes are pretty even. Lee Sin's actually ahead of Xin in CS. But, not looking good for bottom lane.
Yeah, just getting shoved against that tower. Not a good place to want to be. But they're just trying to sustain it out until Vayne gets that village water or is able to start dueling. Alistar headbutting, denying that axe. Here comes the thirst again. Victor is way out of position. He's going to drop the gravity field, but he's going to get taken down.
Jeez.
Victor just not warding in a very bad spot. There's more fighting going on in the bot lane and the top lane. The bot lane's going to back off. Renekton's going to go on to cannon, but he gets stunned up.
The gold lead slowly creeps towards ExCarbonic's favor yet again. Let's see if NoS Brigade can readjust and fix this, because it's not going well.
Oh!
Oh!
Just beautiful. Oh! Tower. Domination goes down. Another kill for Vayne.
That was nice by Alistar and Vayne alike, man. I did not expect that.
Why you want to take Alistar against Fiona? Here comes Lee Sin. He's going to try and get some more out of this. Vader comes out on Draven. Pulverize saves Vayne. He's too greedy on this one. He's going to bait it out. Lee Sin's going to pick up the skill, hopefully.
This is Draven. Okay.
A little too greedy.
Well, that's 1k gold that comes back towards. I think it's about 1k that just came back towards the side of NoS Brigade, making some good plays, smart catches.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're falling behind a little bit. Here comes Victor going to the top lane. Gravity's going to miss with the Chaos Storm and the Slicing Maelstrom. That's a lot of AoE. Renekton is still going to get a kill out of it, even though Dragon's on the tower. That is some very good Renekton play. Maybe it's something out of nothing. Here comes Lee Sin. He's going to get fought by Nilly and he's in the jungle, but he's going to get out.
That top lane skirmish is really showing how kind of grossly strong Renekton is in the current patch. He can pop that ultimate, grab himself 400, 500 health, and still go to town on somebody, even in the face of 2 champions, and get the kill, which a lot of champions just can't do that.
And that Renekton early game is really something, and he built that early Spectre's Cowl, so proven to be a smart buy against that Victor cannon combo.
Yeah, I assume next he's going to go right for a Hydra, and he's going to be dealing a ton of damage.
We have Nidalee roaming down to the bot lane here. I wonder if she's going to try and get them here, but it's very well warded. They're going to see her coming.
Let's see. Xin taking his red buff. That was interesting.
Alright, Nidalee's sticking around. They know she's there, but
yeah, she's
some pressure down.
Not being sneaky. Let's see. I mean, you don't need to be sneaky to toss a spear. Sometimes they hit when you know they're coming. But she's going to head back mid, get those minions off her turret.
Yeah, Vayne is not 6 yet, unfortunately, so bot lane might be looking to scrap here. There's a good headbutt.
That's why, or in this situation, Alistar is a perfect pick. He's just so safe.
Here's Lee Sin here. Maybe try and help him out. But Leon's throwing a few taunts out. They're going to see him coming, and they're just going to back off.
What's going on, Bob?
Still wants to go in. They know Jin Zhao is here now, so they might look at some. Solar Flare misses Vayne. There's going to be some fighting on. Lee Sin's getting really low. Hits the flash. Jin Zhao flashes as well. Vayne is diving straight to the back lane, showing some balls here. She gets knocked back by, and yeah, Draven flashes, and he's gonna get away. Nidalee's here to make some plays.
Ooh.
She gets to execute on the Lee Sin before he goes down. Alistar flashes, but takes down the Roadshow.
Ooh, that's.
Victor get out. He manages to flash away. Chaos Storm is still going down. I don't know if they can defend this turret.
Darn, that was a poorly placed stun by Victor.
Leona dives under tower. Allison this time blocked that, but Nidalee just, wow. That trigger form.
Takes them down. That was a questionable placement of a stun by Victor too. He put it in the first bush, and I think he was trying to aim a little bit more to the left because it didn't actually catch anybody. And if he had saved it for that last little tower dive, then that may have gone a little better.
Alright, Thirst is now turn his vision to the dragon. With Nidalee and Leona, he's sure to get it, unless Lee Sin is going to try and take this. He's getting pretty close. I don't think he can make it.
Nope.
Barely not in time. Got the dragon and first tower over to ExCarbonic. And that gives him a healthy 4K gold lead.
It's just starting to look like a repeat of last game, but it is going a little bit better in the way of NoS Brigade. It's not quite as one-sided. We've seen some good plays from both and some kills out of both sides. He's going to try and make
some plays on his Nidalee, but Q and the gravity field both miss, and takes Spear first trouble. Alan's going to try and make something happen here. He misses the headbutt combo, unfortunately. Q misses yet again. Wasted Wizard is just so low. Does not have any help to make this work. Here comes Jin Zhao. He's going to take him down. Vayne hits a condemn onto Jin Zhao. Nidalee's exhausted. Switching her views to Nidalee. Pulverize does hit.
Oh!
He knocks her away.
That was a questionable headbutt.
Perfectly onto the thing. Jin Zhao's going to re-engage. Victor with the Chaos Storm. A lot of damage. That's a double kill. Vayne's going to try and bait out as well as she can. Pulverize saves her.
Oh!
And just condemn away. The Death Ray's going to miss. Leona's going to flash. She wants blood. And there she is. She's going to play like on. Here comes the
Draven.
He comes in. He's going to clean this up.
Oh, maybe not.
Takes down Leona. Genocide hits on Victor, but they're just 2 versus 1. I don't know if he can do this. Death Ray manages to get him. That's a double kill for Victor.
This Victor is just surprising me. One moment he's out of position getting caught twice in a row, and the next moment he's getting the plays done. So I'm gonna
got a lot of gold from that last engagement. He has 2,000 gold sitting in his pocket right now.
Yeah, we got 1.3k on Kennen, who's probably going to try to go back soon. We'll see, though. I don't think she can 1v1 Renekton. Let's see. Is it a he or a she? I believe Kennen's a he.
Kennen is indeed
a he. For the longest time, when I first started playing this game, I thought it was a she. Oh, well. But,
Gale, actually. Oh, my screen's
froze up.
My client keeps crashing or something like that. Spectator mode is not working.
Is it possible to get back in for you? You're going to have to go through the stream again?
Yeah, I can get back in. I just have to put out here for a second.
Okay, well, Kennen goes down to a dive by Renekton. He's doing what he does, hitting that ult, tanking a couple turret shots like it's no big deal, and getting the kill. He is doing pretty well in that top lane. The farms are, just like last game, pretty equal. Bottom lane's a little bit behind for Vayne, and it looks like she's going to get caught out. That's probably going to be a dead Vayne. Yeah, not much she can do. Leona gets it though, so not as bad as Zin did. Let's see. Both teams kind of congregating down in the bottom side, and Zin knows where those 3 are. Yep, and he's found the target he wanted. Oof. ExCarbonic just collapsing, taking those currently 2, probably 3 free kills. Alistar knows it's coming. Just laughing it out. Okay, well, I'm sure Dragon's coming up in the next few minutes, but doesn't look like they're too worried about it right now. Mid lane, taking that turret, it's pretty low, can probably be their focus, as well as the blue buff. And Kennen's going to be in some deep trouble if he stays where he is. Zin and Nidalee are going to come on up and ruin his day. He does have the Tri-Brush warded though, so he knows to leave. Okay, that's good. No, they're not going to be able to grab Kennen. Any luck getting your client back?
I'm working on it. I'm getting some failures to reconnect the spectator client.
Bummer.
I'm trying my best to get back in here. I don't want to miss that.
Well, we got mid-turret going down for NoS Brigade. Victor going down too after putting down some nice damage, but doesn't look like he was able to get anything out of it. Flashes the Q, hits a little bit wide, and is not able to take out Needly. Ken in the top lane staving off that Renekton, though, keeping that turret alive just a little bit longer. As with last game, Gold League slowly creeping towards the favor of ExCarbonic. It's now to about 7,500, with 2 turrets down for them and a dragon under their belt. Needly's taking on the red buff. I don't know if she's going to take that, but not a terrible idea. She's pretty fed and make her an even stronger duelist.
Alright, I'm back in the game.
Awesome. Okay, well, Renekton's stuck around, but if he has his ultimate, which, yes, he does not really have to worry about a cannon dive or anything like that. He's got some friends coming up to help him.
Jin Zhao, he's got a decent charge. He's going to go straight onto the 10. That's a lot of damage. He managed to get the slow off. He might go down. Kenny gets the shutdown on the Jin Zhao. Excellent cannon play there.
Oh,
he's going to use the lightning rush. Dodges the solar flare. That was an excellent play by Kenny.
Well played. Yep, Xin has he has gone very high damage. A complete opposite of last game. Well, not complete opposite, but this last game he was tankier. Yeah, now he's dealing some major damage. Which
he's very far behind. He was 2 levels down on the support. He does literally, she hits the spear on him. He's taking a lot of damage. He only ignited, he has to flash away. The backup is here, but they're choosing to back off from this.
I'm surprised Lee Sin, that's, well, in my opinion, that's not a good choice going for Elder Lizard when you're that far behind. You have to, if you're not crushing enemies on Lee Sin, you really have to just transition into a more tank with the Ancient Golem and like a Randuin's and some Banshee's Veil action. You're just not going to be tanky enough to even make that damage worth having.
With 5 deaths really holding him back, he's falling really far behind the jungle right now.
He should just go to what they kind of built the comp around, peel for Vayne, and make sure both Vayne and Victor are alive for as long as possible.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of difficult with that Jin Zhao. He's getting really big, and you know, he got that Blade of the Ruin King before Vayne finished hers, so...
Dragon number 2 looks like it's going over to ExCarbonic. Oh, Lee Sin barely missed. Oh, he gets it! He's gonna go down though, but that's okay.
Excellent steal by him.
He misses the Q, gets the dragon anyway. Oh!
That is, wow, that is doing a lot of damage. Highest damage ult in the game, really started to pay off.
That was some good work by both Victor and Lee. And, yeah, well, Dragon with about 3 kills in total, plus that Xin Zhao kill.
Also going to go in the mid lane. He's the headbutt pulverize combo. They're just getting the spicy maelstrom on everybody. Vayne is going to be soloing down this Leona. She takes him down. Cavalry's going to come back for ExCarbonic, but they're going to back off, trying to defend the tower. Death Ray just missed.
And that's what they want to see. They want to get those catches, get that AoE stun going, make sure nobody can get to Vayne while Vayne picks off whoever is unfortunate enough to be in her range.
Yeah, NoS Brigade starting to build some momentum here. Now, those are a lot of great plays they just made there. See if they can build up off of it and, you know, maybe turn this around. Death Ray doing lots of damage to that Draven.
Yeah, that's the thing about Victor, as you said, it's very underplayed champ, but his damages are very surprising when you actually face him. The Death Ray
hits on a Draven. Wow, he's just getting taken down. He has to back off. They might go keep this tower now.
Yeah, Mojo kills on Needly off on the side, getting run out by even Elise, who's super far behind.
Away for trouble. They're going to engage onto him. He might go down. Yeah,
he does.
Down. He's in. Wow, Jin Zhao is huge. He's just going in the middle there. He's taking no penalty. That is a
wow.
Kill for Jin Zhao. Can he get that penta?
Oh, it looks like there's no free pentas today. Oh no.
Leona's trying to help somebody out, but no, not going to give it to him.
Scumbag Kennen.
And it's got to be earned.
Yeah, you can't just give away pentakills. Ooh.
Yeah, but now we got a massive Jin Zhao on their hands. We got 12-3. That is not where they want to be.
Not a champion you normally see doing that well, but he's pulling it off pretty well.
Yeah, Jin Zhao used to use most plays in solo queue at one point, and you know, he's really hitting that throwback.
It's fun to see champions like that. You don't really know what to expect.
Lots of purple wards coming out in the mid lane, and I think they have good vision on where they're at. Looks like NoS Brigade really wants to fight here. Spear lands on, Genius Blade just misses. Solar Flare, manages to catch a lot of them. No actual stun. Lee Sin is might go down to Leona here. Victor managed to get the shutdown on the Draven. He's being left alone. Vayne is going to be dueling. He can get taken down by Zhao. He is monstrous right now. That is another.
Oh! The Alistar gets the kill.
That is another quadra kill for Jin Zhao. That is massive.
Now this game, it does look like it's pretty far apart, like, but not as much so as last game. And currently, ExCarbonic doesn't really have a tank to work with. So if they can keep people off of Vayne, Vayne can really do some work. But looks like Needley has about 3.6k and has not gone back yet. So that's bad news. He's probably going to grab a death cap.
Yeah, NoS Brigade really needs to stall this game out more. Because they have, Jin Zhao is not known for his excellent late game scaling. And, if Victor can get bigger and Vayne can get bigger, he may still have a chance of getting back in this.
Yeah, even when Renekton does get tanky and Xin, he did get a random wins, but will probably get tankier. The more health you have, the more Vayne does to you. So we'll see how that works out. I don't think ExCarbonic's going to really let it get to the point that that's going to be a problem. They're probably going to keep pushing this advantage like they have been. The gold leads up to about 11k.
Interesting enough, the Thirst often gets those mobility boosts even after the nerf. Leona headbutted for her troubles. She's going to respond with the Solar Flare and engage on this Alistar. Gravity Field's going to stun two of them. He's going to pulverize and flash. He's going to take it down.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about it.
Punish for the headbutt. Leona's going to flash because he's playing on the Vayne. Here comes Jin Zhao. He's going to get condemned away, but he's just too fast, too fat, too strong. He's going to go in. Lots of damage going to Victor. This is another double kill for him. Ken's surely going to go down as well. That's a kill for Renekton.
And that's that Randuin's Negatron that was just picked up by Xin coming into play. He just would not die.
He's been going man mode, taking on 1v5, but not quite there. That's going to be a surrender.
Yeah, I think I heard some chat sounds. GG's coming out.
And that is just another clean, great game played by ExCarbonic.
Yeah, that they just played so much better, I think. I'll have to give it to NoS Brigade. They did pick up their game in that second one, though. It was a more fun one to watch. But
yeah.
They just got outpicked, I think, again.
Yeah, Thirst really showing that versatility in the jungle. Invading early, going and getting those ganks, just getting lots of kills and even snowballing himself. And that's just something you don't really want to. That's just impressive from a jungler.
Yeah, Victor did very well that game. I'm surprised. It's not normally a champion that I expect to do the best out of anybody, but 892 showing up the rest of his team with an 8.2k gold total. Pretty nice.
Victor actually with the most damage dealt to champions that game.
Really?
Just over Jin Zhao, yeah. 22,000.
Damage dealt to champions, you are correct. Yeah, just over. Nice.
Yeah, so, very played on both sides, but, ExCarbonic using those picks, not having any subs in their game really, but they're just showing their dominance and they're rolling their way up to the playoffs.
Yeah, so do you know the score, like the two teams' records off the top of your head, or do you have it on a spreadsheet or anything?
I don't know off the top of my head, honestly, but I know ExCarbonic is doing pretty well for themselves. I believe they only have a loss to Max Herbalism. I'm not sure if they've played CCG yet, but man, they've been doing very well for themselves. And as for ExCarbonic, yeah, I'm not sure if they've lost. I'm not sure. So,
well, with play like that, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So, I guess we did end a little bit before 9, and I'm not quite sure if Max Herbalism and TCG are ready to play yet, but I am personally not going to be commentating on that game. I think Yuchin knows who. It's Yuchin, correct?
Yes.
No.
We will have Justin Shark, and we will have Mauricio Mojo Kills, as you just see. They will be commentating the next match of Max Herbalism versus TCG. It'll be a very exciting match. They're some of the best teams in the UOLCS right now. Highly recommend you watch it.
Okay, well, with that, I think I'm going to turn off the stream in between the two matches and bid you all good night.
Thank you very much for tuning in, and hope to see you the next game.
Adios.